So hello guys, it's the 19th of February 1748. This is yet another uh, video about my current lib, so let's dive straight into it. First of all, I think this will be a short one because I must admit that during this week I haven't done much, just like several previous weeks before, actually maybe all of them before. Um, So yeah, let's go and explore into thesis straight to the topic. Um, Here I've spent, I guess, 30 minutes on building basic abstractions for my applied part of the thesis. Uh, Really nothing to show here as I did this yesterday, and then I apparently ended up with reinstalling several Linux distributions. So yeah, I've made some abstractions, which are the task, the project, try to link them with the object-oriented approach, and then I've ended up with implementing deep first search DFS algorithm. And as I don't know how to implement that, I decided that I will figure out it tomorrow, which means today. But today I was still doing nothing, so yeah, pretty bad situation here. Now let's go for the planning part. I think that systems started to corrupt here a little bit. I'm still committed to maintaining this system, but I haven't recorded any thought for the last week or so. So it's clear for me that tracking isn't working, and I have an explanation for this, as I think that Obsidian should be more of thought supporting tool rather than tracking tool. That's what I try to utilize here, so I've stepped out of tracking my everyday and journaling it. I To be honest, I wasn't doing it much before, but this time I guess it's yeah, I haven't written anything for quite a while. So let's go for the next part for the TOEFL. I have 1 week before exam, so I've procrastinated more than ever before. I did nothing this week. Also, I can't even boast with illusory progress that was made in the last week. So yeah, not a good one here. For the sport, again, one more time, I have nothing to say here. I haven't done anything viable or valuable for the last week. Just occasionally sat on my fitness ball, and that's it. And of course, yesterday's Linux per Dolling session, which lasted for I guess 3 or 4 hours, I've spent it on the fitness ball. So yeah, kind of. So at least it's something good for this part. Now that's it for the main part. For the so-called focus areas, yeah. I forgot to toggle focus mode on. So that's for the focus areas, so-called, yeah. As you may see, I haven't focused on them much. So let's go to the other ones where I try to explain why such disaster happened, and I have several things to debunk here. Uh, First of all, I've noticed that my current rate of YouTube consumption is like with my current rate of YouTube consumption, I simply cannot have motivation to do anything. So during this week, I once again tried to fight it, but this time I've ended up with something more mental approach, where I created a model which says that videos are just setting up more black boxes than they resolve them. So I don't have to watch them, but this was a good thought yesterday, but in practice, today I've already spent a couple of hours watching useless content about Destiny 2, mm, which also has a release on the next week. So kind of my interest poured into this topic more and more, but I cannot resist that. That's something which seems quite convenient, comfy, and like feels like home when you return to a couple years back on the timeline. I was playing Destiny 2, was enjoying it, and I guess my brain uh, captured these moments, and I just can't let it go. I've already purchased another DLC, just like previous 2 years, but I've only played them for maybe, I don't know, 40 hours a year. So definitely not worth investment, but I can do anything with me. So that's what it is. Another thing is that I've made another attempt to switch to Linux as my daily operating system. So this time, as you may see, I've tried to install NixOS. Um, After I've actually tinkered with for about 3 or 4 hours yesterday with Debian, with Ubuntu and Fedora, and I eventually ended up on this NixOS operating system. Uh, it has lots of things, lots of things to discover, but I will eventually discover them. But for now, I'm satisfied with the opportunity that NixOS gives you in terms of safety, replicability, and experimentation. So, for example, I can add a package, rebuild my whole system, and then boot into this specific timestamp. And I don't have to worry about whether this new package will completely destroy my system, etc., etc. There is also a concept named flakes. I haven't figured out it yet, but for now I've installed Obsidian, OBS, NeoVim, and Visual Studio Code, and that's it. And Telegram Messenger, so works pretty nice. I don't know what I need more. I've also installed Wayland and Window Manager, but I haven't been able to get them run, to make them running. So right now I'm sitting on the GNOME desktop, which is it is cute, nice, and like it's very easy and convenient to use it. As Windows just associates with gaming and all this bad stuff with me and macOS, so Linux is the last like bastion of like a chance to start new life kinda in this digital world. And I've decided I've already made several attempts. So for the last 2 or 3 years, I was actually installing Linux and etc. etc. But I think for now with NixOS, I finally found this stable and maintainable configuration that I can manage, and I can back up if I need to do this to production state actually. And another interesting thought that keeps itching my brain is that how to make process of doing anything rather than watching YouTube fun and like understandable in some sense. For now, I think my main problem with this YouTube is the only thing that my brain understands. Therefore, it has propensity to mute negative emotions by, I don't know, simply engaging into mindless content consumption. I think there could be alternatives to this, so I'll keep investigating them on the upcoming week. Once again, I watched Sodding Daily, Primeagen, and the GeoHot streams, where I found that people can actually have fun while programming. And I don't want to say that I'm not having fun, but it's definitely a lot less, much less fun that I usually have. And I think it's connected with two things: is that YouTube is when I don't understand something, I don't try to solve it. I just go for the internet and mindlessly search through the content, and I've suppressing my negative emotions like alongside this mindful content browsing. I think if I'll make enough effort, I will be able to overcome this state. Maybe that won't be. Maybe this like period, this effort of overcoming this will last for a month, maybe years. But I hope Linux will help me in this, as you have a lot of things to tinker with in this system to understand, and I'm pretty interested in this. So that's it for now. I'm disappointed with myself, but I know whom to blame, so I'll try to improve during next week. Um, this time, I hope, as I once said, that Linux and like my mental model that already failed, but I try to build it up more. So the absence of YouTube and Linux environment will help me. I know it's kind of schizophrenic to, or maybe insane to say these things, but that's the last hope. That's, I guess, mm, that's really the last kind of bastion of my sanity, so to speak. So let's put Mark here. I haven't brought up live calendar as I don't have Microsoft Edge here, so I don't have tools to draw on PDF. So we think calls we should call things as they are. So that was the disaster, and that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll continue my efforts towards overcoming this and try to commit myself to this model. I think it's the way to go. But unfortunately, I maybe end up with searching information too much and not figuring out myself. I don't know the word for it, which is very unfortunate, as usually when you know the word, it's more likely for you to like get the idea correctly. But for now, I don't have this word. When you are like your balance is like shift towards mindlessly searching for information. So yeah, rather than tinkering with it and really, I don't know, engaging in it. I also draw very interesting graph. Not very interesting, but I found it very. I find it very. Guess this. Yeah, I find it very representative of what I think I should do. So we have this Excalibur drawing here, which basically says that YouTube is the viable tool only on the initial part when you map the domain you want to learn. For example, maybe watch one course or maybe, yeah, so one whole course, watch it, map the domain, and then go to explore this with documentation and projects, and then master it by building projects. So for example, let's take my C# endeavors. I have to watch till the end the course I'm currently watching, which is the university course on the C#. Have to watch it and then go move towards like maybe web development, watch course there, and then build something myself. So I think I have pretty good understanding of topics, but I think I'm blinded with the like when you are trying to when you're trying to solve problem, you always end up in the situation when you think that you can solve the problem just because you don't have enough information, and your brain tricks you into going to YouTube while because it's the most convenient way for brain to consume new information. Actually, it tricks you to go into YouTube, and you like in some sort you are you are looking for new information to solve the task, and your brain thinks you're doing something useful, and alongside these like queries to the world wide web, you basically suppressing your amygdala, suppressing your emotions, and basically suppressing yourself. That's why you always end up like waking up after 5 hours of mindlessly YouTube scrolling, and you hate yourself. I think that state could be overcame, common, bruh. Okay, yeah. 1 week till my TOEFL exam. Come V3. Come, come. Yeah. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope it wasn't too depressing. So thanks and bye bye.